Everybody, let me just make sure that you guys can even hear me. And we're gonna get started. It's been a while since we have done this. Hold on. Dumbass phone, bro. We're gonna get started. It's been a while. Perfect. Hello, everyone. Welcome back here to another stream. It's been a while since I've done this. Now, today I'm going to give you guys some advice about toxic people. Now, I don't want to sound too AI ish or robotic or whatever, but I do have some notes here, just some quick bullet points for me to kind of go over that I will discuss. And I just kind of want to talk to you guys just about like what to avoid and all of that shit. So let me just get straight to the point. Um, Signs you are dealing with a toxic friend and just kind of when you should end a friendship. Here are just some signs. So, number one is when a person is refusing to listen to you or hear you out. In my former friendship, the person just would not hear me out. And it was like talking to a brick wall. And it genuinely was just like trying to talk to like a child who just doesn't like get it. And so for number one, when a person is just genuinely refusing to listen to you and then when they don't care about what you have to say, then that isn't really a good sign. That's not really somebody who you should be talking to, because real friends will always try to hear each other out and will always try to come to common ground and will try to reason with each other when it's possible. And so yeah, so the first thing is when the person is refusing to listen to you or hear you out. I really have tried to save my friendship, but I didn't realize fully that the other person didn't care as much to save the friendship. And so that means you should just end it. We'll get into that later on in the stream. And when you guys see me looking here, I'm looking at my bullet points. So yeah, like if you're trying to talk to a person, if you're like, hey, I don't like how you're treating me, I don't like how, this I don't like how you're treating me and all that, if you say that. And if the person just completely disregards it, that is not it's not good. So number two, they talk behind your back. Now, this is one of the most common things to avoid with toxic friends and toxic people, when they talk shit behind your back. Now, when people are talking behind your back, now I've had people talk behind my back, and it's probably happening right now. But the key is to really just not care about what people are saying, and I'm really trying to learn that. Hello, welcome to the stream. And so, when they're talking behind your back, you know, stay away from people like that, because real friends will not talk badly about you to other people. Number three, they are no longer supportive of you. And so a toxic friend, like if they used to be a really genuine person, and then if they start kind of switching up on you, and then if they just start to change, really pay attention to that, because that is when they're showing their true colors. Just like how a reptile in disguise is starting to show their skills, or sheep in wolf's clothing, so to speak. Hello, hello. Yes, yes. People will just talk about you. They'll just talk about you. And some people are genuinely fucking obsessed. Like they just keep going and keep going. Like I literally cut contact with these people, and then they just wanted more. They wanted more drama with me, but I just left. I just leave the group chat. Just remove yourself from that toxic environment. Remove yourself, because you don't have to be a part of that. But a sign of a toxic friend is just somebody who really just isn't supportive of you anymore, and it's just really somebody who just isn't like, they're just not really somebody who you really want to be talking to. And so next, is that you should, so pretty much, let go of the friendship if they are not trying to save it too. I'm gonna get into that in a second. Do you play Fortnite? Hello there. No, not really. I don't really play Fortnite, to be honest. And if you see me looking over here, that's because I'm looking at my notes, because and I don't always have notes, but whenever I'm talking about like specific things in a stream, I will have some notes so that I don't forget, because I have a tendency to forget things when I'm talking. I do play Grand Theft Auto 5, but I haven't played that in a while. I've been playing it since like 2016, so 10 years, which is really crazy. The years just go by. Let go of the friendship if the person isn't trying to save it too. I always have believed that everything goes both ways and that it should always be 50-50. If you're trying to save the friendship more than this person, then it's a no go. If you both are trying to save the friendship, you guys can come to common ground. But if you're up here and if this person is down here, then that means that you guys are not aligned. That means that you're trying to save the friendship more than how the other person is trying to save it. I've tried to save friendships. I have had to be the bigger person a lot of times, and these people will probably say a whole different version of me. And yes, it is true. I took things personally. Yes, it is true. I made up really dumbass arguments and all of these things. I'm not proud of that. But you guys, you have to, because that's the thing. I don't talk about people without talking about myself as well. Like I'm gonna take accountability of my own actions too. Hello, John. Hello, I love it. I have completed all the missions. Same, same. I beat the game, quite a few times. Hello, Maria. Hello again, John. My bad. I don't know how to spell. No, you're fine. No worries. No worries. As long as I can understand what you're spelling, then it's perfectly fine. To be honest, it's okay. But yeah, GTA 5 is a really good game. I'll get to that, I guess. At the end of this. But yeah, I took things personally in the past, and that probably impacted my other online friendships anyway. Those that impacted the friendship, but it wasn't just me. It goes both ways. But yeah, man, if the person isn't trying to save the friendship, if he or she is not trying to talk to you and is not trying to work things out with you, please just let it go. The only reason why I tried to save the friendship when the other person wasn't trying was because that I thought that that old version of themselves would come back, which brings me to the next part. So when a person show I'm looking at my notes. When a person shows you their true colors, believe them. Don't, don't disregard it. Believe them. And also, do not focus on who the person used to be a few years ago. Focus on who the person is today. Focus on who they are now. Because who they are right now, the person that they're showing you right now, that is who they are as a person. That is who they are. That that nice version of themselves back then a few years ago was not their true self. They are now revealing who they truly are to you. I subscribed. Thank you so much. I'm going to watch you when you stream. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you, John. I appreciate you guys. WTF is he talking about, cuh? So, talking about, just kind of like how to deal with toxic friends, which is really just cutting them off. This is just a topic I wanted to go over. I'm looking at my notes. And so yeah, so if everything in a friendship has to go both ways. They have to go both ways. So number five, and the final part, well, not the final part, but number five. And this is a really good one. If the person is not giving you happiness, if the person is not giving you peace, and if the person is instead, giving you, like, if you feel bad every time you talk to them, or when you feel drained, that is genuinely when you just gotta end it. End it. Okay, you gotta stop talking to that person because your peace and your happiness is worth far more than your friendship with that person. And so, if you feel happy, if you feel at peace, or if you feel, good when you're talking to a person, that's good. But if you don't, then that is a problem. That's really what I'm saying. Exactly, right. And I'm gonna get into the chat in a second. Let me hold on. Let me catch up. Everyone in the chat, subscribe. Yes, subscribe, everybody. Turn on post notifications. They messed me up. Relationships can break. Your self sabotaging is real. Absolutely. And self sabotaging, we should really get into that as well because self sabotaging is when you are telling yourself negative things that are not true. Okay, it's not true. The negative things you say or think about yourself, that is not true. Because the thing is that these bad and these toxic people, they want you to feel bad about yourself. They really do. And so you cannot give in to what they want you to do. Thief said, "Toxic friends ain't your friends." They're really not. They're really not. Yep, no value. I need to go bye bye. Just hit me with the truth. Do not need this person because I am lonely or need validation. Right, and that's the thing. You don't need these people. You don't need these people. You should only focus on the things that matter in your life, and you should also only focus on the people who actually care about you. So, yeah, so, and let me go back to my notes. And so, if you think that a person is going to change after they already showed their true colors, they're not. They're not. When a person shows who they really are, you have got to believe them. You just really do. You got to believe them the first time, and you need to take the proper precautions, which is just cutting them off. Because, I mean, if the friendship isn't adding anything to your life, then what the hell's the point in being friends with them? Especially if they're making you feel bad about yourself, or especially if they're being toxic, right? I'm almost done. We're going to move into another topic in a second. How old am I? I think 20. I don't know how the hell I forgot my own age. I'm actually 20 right now. 37? Well, damn, bro. Damn, what do you do for a living? I mean, when you're 37, you're like, fuck, bro. I thought you'd have one of those long jobs or whatever. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, ha ha ha, the oldest bit of wisdom known to man. People show you who they are by their actions, not words. And that's very true. And I'm going to pen this so that everyone can see this comment too. Okay. This is very important. Actions speak louder than words. Okay. I can tell you that as an example, and I'm still trying to figure out the streaming thing. I'm busy right now. But I can tell you 1,000 times that I'm going to stream every day. But then if I don't stream, then my action spoke louder than what I said. So you guys just got to remember that. Um let me write this down. People show their true colors by their actions, not words. Because words, I mean, people can just tell you what you want to hear, but their actions tells you the truth. It just that is what it is. People their actions are always so much louder. Like I can tell you, like a person could tell me that that he cares about me and he wants to work things out, but then if that person blocks me, or if that person doesn't make an effort on his end to save the friendship, for example, then that means that his words were not true. He was either lying, or I mean, or whatever. I mean, I think it really was a lie. Now, me as a person, when I say I'm going to do something, you got to be a man of your word, a person of your word. You can't just say something and not do it, because that is hurting. That's hurting you if you think about it. Because if you say you're going to do something and then if you don't do it, people are not going to really trust you. So that's really just what I'm saying there. And so yeah, don't hold on to the friendship because you want that old version of the person to come back. Because I mean, if that person was really nice to you and if they turned out to be really weird towards you, then that version, that nice version of themselves probably wasn't even a real version of them to begin with. But that rude, that nasty, that toxic version of themselves probably is the real version of themselves. Which is why I talked about when people show their true colors, you must believe them. You gotta believe them. And what's interesting is that there is a different version of you. Like in all the people you've met in your life, there is a different version of you in their heads. Meaning that one person may think you're genuine, one person may think that you're fake, one person may think that you're sensitive or whatever. But the truth of the matter is that the only version of you that matters is it is like your fucking over my words. What I'm essentially saying is that the only perception of you that matters is your own opinion and your own perception of yourself. Everyone is always going to have a story of you in their heads that are different. But the real version of you is, well, the real version of you. Your actions, you guys just got to just make sure that you know that when you say things, your actions are aligning. And the thing is that in the past, my actions were not aligning with my words. I said that I would change, I never changed. And I had a problem. We all have problems. We all do. That's life. But we have to try to work on those problems. We have to try to work on ourselves. You will or cannot change someone other than having boundaries and telling the truth. That's right. That is right. And you have to have boundaries. You have to protect your peace. You got to protect your peace and you have to protect your happiness. You got to just protect it. People are also delusional. Yes, they are. I've met a lot of delusional people. Um, and a lot of people have talked shit about me. A lot of people have, they have just, they just kept on writing me like crazy. And the thing is that there's really no point in even talking to these people or even confronting them because their opinions and their perception of me does not matter to me. It doesn't matter. The only perception of you that matters is your own perception of you. Do you think you can add me as a mod? I haven't added any mods yet, and I haven't been streaming in a while. This is like my first real like stream in a while, so I don't know. I don't know yet. I say listen and take inventory. Take bits here and there and dissect for truth and change if beneficial. And that's true. Like I'm not saying to instantly end the friendship because you never know. The people can misinterpret things. But when a person is talking behind your back, when they don't want to hear you out, when you're trying to work it out, when you're trying to save the friendship more than them, then you really should just end it because you already have the proof that you need. But I wouldn't say to jump to conclusions. Doing great, thank you. Hello there. Welcome to the stream. We're currently wrapping up our topic today, which is just about toxic people and friends and just how to avoid them. But the thing is that, if the person is taking away your peace, your happiness, you genuinely got to instantly cut them off without question. That is a big no no. You cannot let people take away things that matter to you. Okay, dokie. So that was a long topic. I think I'm looking at my notes right now. Let me just make sure I got through everything. Let me take a look. And so yeah, and so I sleep in my eye. I don't know what's in my eye. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to really say about that. Just trying to remember. If you're waiting for that old version of that person to come back, that version of them was never real. The person who they are today, that toxic person that you see is who they truly are. So yeah. So yeah, just have a good gut. Have a good gut, listen to your intuition and listen to your gut. Listen to it. That's what I would say. Let me see. I'm sorry if I say your name wrong. Erica Marsh 3327 said, like my papa told me, there are a million other fish in the sea. You will find new people and hopefully better people. And that's really true. There are over 8 billion people on earth, and you can always find a better friend, and you can always find a better person. And maybe you'll find the love of your life. I mean, I hope to find the love of my life one day. I hope so. It's not really, I haven't found her yet, but and I'm not really cut out to give relationship advice like that. And I'm not. This is not an advice channel, just so you know. This is a yapping channel, and so I yap about pretty much anything. So this is not an advice channel. However, I have no problem with giving you guys advice time to time. Sorry, I'm checking a message. People yapping about life. Thank you. I hope I find her too. I mean, I don't want to be alone. I mean, I think a lot of people are afraid of being alone, but but you have to learn how to, and that's like I have to learn how to just be okay with being alone. You know, um, and really, and whenever I do get into a relationship, I plan to take things slow, and I plan to, just taking everything slow, just take things slow. And if she wants the same, then we'll get married and start a family. But I'm not. Don't think about that when you first meet a person. Don't ever do that. Start thinking about marriage maybe 5 years after you start dating. I don't know. Just take things slowly. Everyone takes things slowly, or fast. I don't know. But I like to take things slowly when getting to know a person. And I'm not even the kind of person to have really had. I don't really make new friends like that. Like you got to keep your circle small. I recommend to keep your circle small. But yeah, this channel is really just about me yapping, just literally about anything. So, one day I can be talking about something really deep, something really personal that happened to me in the past, and then the next stream, I'd be talking about something funny. So I don't know. It's just I don't know. Each day is a different topic. Be intentional. I know what you want and act on it. That's so true. That's so true. You got to know what you want. That's so true. You got to absolutely know what you want. You got to know what you want in life, and you just really got to know. You got to know. You got to know what you want, and you have to actually act on it. And what I want in a partner is somebody who is just really genuine, somebody who I can always talk to, somebody who I can rely on, and somebody who can rely on me. That's really all I want. And believe it or not, it is very, 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 very hard to find somebody like that, especially in the current generation and current society that we are in. But I know she's out there somewhere. There's 8 billion people in the world. I know she's out there somewhere. I just don't know as to where. But if you try to actively look for love, it doesn't work out. Like sometimes love comes at the most unexpected times. So, you just gotta just continue to be yourself and put yourself out there and all that. Now I'm focused on myself. I'm focused on college. I'm focused on YouTube. I'm focused on those things. So I'm not really focused on a relationship or trying to find a relationship. So yeah. I kinda want lunch, to be honest. Anywho, that's what I have to say. Um, there. Take a look. I'm gonna keep these notes and put them somewhere. But yeah, people show their true colors by their actions, not their words. People can easily tell you what you want them. What like what you want to hear is what a person may tell you. They'll try to manipulate you. Don't let them manipulate you. Listen to your gut. Listen to your intuition. And what's crazy is that even before I ended my friendship with those toxic people, I already knew that they were weird. I already knew they were fake. I don't know why I tried to, save a friendship that was long, long dead. So yeah, I already knew. I already knew. So yeah. And the thing about listening to your gut is that it can be hard because sometimes your gut tells you what you don't want to hear, but it tells you the truth. So, yeah, it tells you the truth and it tells you, what's really going on. So I yapped for 22 minutes straight. I got everything I wanted to get out. Now that we finished the main topic, we can just talk about whatever else y'all want to talk about. When I do a stream of a specific topic, it does not have to be just like that topic. We can talk about other things afterward too. So it doesn't just have to be about no, not fucking doing that. No, should have turned off that damn alarm. Anyways, I had an alarm because I was gonna start the stream now. Um, you know. Anyway, um, I hope that this stream helped you guys to how to avoid toxic people. If they don't give you happiness, if they don't give you joy, just let them go because you gotta always prioritize yourself and your peace and your happiness over anyone else, and that is not a selfish thing to do. It's really not. I'm gonna turn off my camera just for a second because, like, what is going on? The heck? What is going on there? Subscribed. I hope you get lost. A lot of peeps interested. Thank you. I hope I do too. I'd love to be. My dream is to be a big YouTuber. That's my dream. My dream is to do this for a living. I want to be very direct. That's my dream. And I wonder how many people would actually be interested in seeing a random guy just yap to the camera, because that's really what I like to do. I talk a lot. I love to talk. I love to run my mouth. I love to say things. So that's why this channel is here. This channel's been here since like 2018, but I started making this into a yapping channel I think last year. You just don't want to drag people around when all along you were not on the same page. Right, right. It's like you don't want to drag on. a friendship that is toxic. And the thing is that these people are probably going to try to come crawling back to you. And I don't really see like a fake or a toxic person. I don't really see that person coming and saying like, "I'm so sorry for everything" and all that. It's like, no, no, because no matter what, it doesn't change what happened. It doesn't change the past. And it's like I would say, don't look back on the past unless if there's something to learn from it. And there can be a lot of things to actually learn from the past. There could be a lot of things to learn, from it. So, that's what I'll say. I forgot to pull up my sub count. I have another channel, and my video got 0 views, and yet it is still ranked 1 out of 10. That is so fucked up. Are we serious? Are we dead ass serious? Oh my gosh, we're at 98 subs? No way. Guys, we're so close to 100. That's amazing. This channel's come a long way. I have like over 1,000 on my first channel, but that shit ain't going nowhere. I just I use that channel for fun now. I do another form of content on there that I'm passionate in. But we're almost to 100, which is crazy. And this channel was created. I think it was. And my screen is very, very, very dusty. I don't think I'm gonna show that. I gotta clean my MacBook screen. I didn't realize how dusty it looked. Looks really dusty. Looks really bad. I gotta get that figured out and gotta get that dusted off. Anyways, I know I used to also stream in the evenings, and low key, I just love having my evenings to myself, and so that's why I'm gonna try to just stream during the day and just see how that works. It's actually really early, and I still have a lot of afternoon left. Hmm. Maybe I'll just keep the stream going on for longer, but you know, it's nothing to do with my class. I always do schoolwork first, so yeah. Have another phone here. Um, But yeah, I think that's all I have to really say for the day. Sometimes after I finish the topic and when the chat goes quiet, I do one of two things. Either I just end the stream when it's just like I have to go, or I just talk about something else. I have a lot of different topics, but I save each one for one stream at a time. So let me see. Swear, people just don't know how to drive. It's like this was like a month ago, but we were driving to the store. And then this dumbass comes, like, I think we were driving, and then this person almost like cuts us off. We could have crashed. And I'm very, very positively sure that if we did crash, that person would have said, "What are you doing? What are you doing? You crashed into me." When in reality, you were the one that almost crashed into us. So, the thing with bad drivers is that a lot of the time they never really take accountability. Mind you, I don't know how to drive yet. I'm working on it, but I'm going to do my best to make sure that I'm a very safe driver. I would hate to ever be driving and then people feel unsafe in the car with me. That's not good. Okay, that's not a good thing. That's not good. It's just really not. I'm gonna turn off my camera for a second. Um, and also, guys, sometimes things will come up, and when things come up, you just gotta go. So if I ever have to abruptly end the stream, sorry about that. Uh, so yeah. Anywho, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next. We could try to hit 100, but I'm not very eager. I don't really care much about it. I mean, I care about it. I absolutely care about it, and I'm so thankful for you guys' support. But I'm not gonna drag on the stream just to hit 100 subs. we can always hit it another day. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Sorry, stream. Peace out.